Cool J, Necessary Exposure, Hype Magazine. Peace.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm your editor-in-chief, Jerry Doby, and today, the young lion that's on my screen is none other than global sensation, Tiffany Walker. She is a dynamic force in the entertainment industry as an actress, a model. You've seen her on the Vixens, on the videos. Had a lot of fun with Bad versus Wild with the Nick Cannon production. She did her thing on reality TV, but also she's a serious actress as well. And she has the walk that stopped the entire internet.
I could have treated you better. That's crazy. No.
From Glamour Magazine in Bulgaria to Rock the Bells, promo campaign with LL, Destination Maxim in Australia. She's put it down. And she's a brainiac. She is what we call it, a multifaceted dynamo that's educated as well. A math major, Lord have mercy.
A major math, yeah.
Very courageous. She came clear across country, solo dolo, from the East Coast to hit LA and strike out on her own. So huge amount of intestinal fortitude. And LA is no joke, but she has built herself up. You see her, on the Zeus platform, Zeus Network, BET. All right, I'm gonna stop talking.
No, keep going. No, I'm just joking.
How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. How are you?
I'm amazing. I'm really glad that we got an opportunity to speak. I have been.
Me too.
When you followed me like a few months ago, I was like, what? Tiffany Walker followed me? Why? Okay. And, then I'm like, well, I know she's got a story to tell. I didn't have an opportunity to investigate as much as I wanted to, but great story. And the background that I did glean, just like, okay, when the opportunity came, I was ready for you. So I'm glad that you're here. So I have done my little best at the intro, but
It was a great intro. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You do wonders for my ego, I promise you. From the inside looking out, I don't think I've ever, in any of your interviews or pieces or things, from the inside looking out, how do you see Tiffany Walker, the entrepreneur, the dazzling screen personality, and supermodel?
From the inside looking out, from my perspective, how I feel on the inside, how I would describe myself.
Yeah.
I think I'm very funny, like humorous. I'm very lighthearted and like peaceful and like zen. Like I'm really spiritual. Like I love Taoism and Hinduism just because, and Buddhism, and just I like their philosophies because it's just about calm choices, but I love Jesus too. So, but yeah, I think from the inside, I'm really funny. I'm lighthearted. I just am super chill, laid back. I'm very confident. But I know that I have a purpose. I'm very purposeful with everything that I do. Like I'm laid back, but it's also like it's serious too. Like it's game time.
Day all day, huh?
Yeah.
Well, how do you maintain your mental health then if it's always game time?
So that's why I'm spiritual. Just like that meditation helps, journaling helps, working out helps. And I take days off.
Okay. I was gonna
I
say, please.
definitely, what?
I was gonna say, please, like take days off.
Yeah, I definitely need time to myself, but I definitely know that like life has a lot to offer and I want to do something meaningful with my life, you
Okay.
know? Yeah. I don't want to just waste my life. I think life is just such a blessing and it's so beautiful. Like I want to travel the world and I want to experience so many things. I want to experience like love, happiness, funny, like just fun and like I know there's always going to be bad things that are going to happen and I think like turning to spirituality helps me look at things in a more peaceful way.
Mm, okay.
If that's the way, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of keeps you balanced and like, there are bigger things to worry about than what somebody's saying about me or somebody trying to scam me. Like, I saw the red flag. I'm done with you. Dismissed.
Yeah, I think no matter what, like, because life is always, there's always something going on, and like, you feel like you have all your ducks in a row, and then like something will happen, and you'll be like, ugh. But then it's just like, we still have to remember, well, I still want to always remember, like, I'm very blessed. That's why I always say, when people ask me, how are you? I'm like, I'm blessed. Thank you. How are you? Because I always want to remember that, like, you never want to like get so spoiled that you're like, well, I'm not up here yet, so like, but I am here, present in this present moment. I wanted the things that I have today. I wanted it and I have it now. But of course, life is gonna happen,
Right.
and you just have to deal with it. And I always like breathe through things.
Breathe through things.
Yes.
Okay. I figured that one out. I find
And
my
you learn it through working out, like when it's really hard. Like, so I do Pilates like
okay.
almost every day. Like, yeah, almost every day. And we have to like when we have to hold a pose, like it's a lot of core, so we might have to like hold a pose, and you can't break it. I don't want to break it. I want to push through it. So you just breathe,
Mm,
and then you make it to the end of the countdown.
oxygen makes the difference. I saw you in that little scorpion pose. I'm like, no, mm-mm, no.
Yeah, I love yoga too.
Okay. I
That's what
like
got me into like Hinduism and Buddhism and Taoism.
really
Yeah.
okay. I just had a bland college career, just studied, world religions. You going out there experiencing and twisting, pretzelizing, and doing all that.
But I'm sure you implement whatever you learned, right?
Yeah, well, I've done the best that I can. I am a natural man. I'll just say that. And I have a temper. I'm a Gemini, so there's 36 of me.
I'm
Thus,
a
I am always
Gemini.
really June
Oh
16th, right here.
my. I love Geminis.
Oh my goodness. Did you say you were a Gemini?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I was born June 16th. What's your birthday? I didn't look.
June 10.
Okay, okay. You're official. You're official. You got them May Geminis and you got them June Geminis. It's a
Yeah.
difference. You feel me?
Hmm.
I'll be
Yep.
clowning. I'll be clowning. Like I said, I get confused because there's 36 of me. I talk to each and every one of them every day, and I need to learn how to calm down. Breathing through that is not working for me. I just got to say. Anyway,
Breathe. Just breathe through
I'm gonna watch some instructional videos on breathing. Uh, I promise you. So look, you started early. You booked your first professional gig at what, like 11? Was it before that? 5?
it. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, when I was a kid, for sure.
You were a kid, right? Yeah. Started with acting classes in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And so how did those early experiences like shape your passion for the entertainment industry? You always knew you were going to be a star. I read that part.
I always wanted to like model. Like that was like the big thing for me. I just thought it was like the bee's knees
Mm,
and act. So, yeah, I feel like I was really young. I feel like I'm more conscious now. So it's like,
Mm.
I don't know, it's different, you know? It's like I go through the same things over and over, but it's different always.
Hmm. Same situations, different experience. You take away something.
Yeah.
Like watching a
Yeah.
movie over and over, seeing something different.
Yeah, because we're different.
Right.
You know what I mean? A couple years later, we look at things differently.
That's true. I have had many phases of looking at things differently, and but I love where we're at now, and what I love more so than anything is seeing the pockets of the culture come together, you know what I mean, and band against stupidity and hatred and things like that. So, uh, really amazing. Reality shows, music videos, TV shows, movies. What do you have a favorite?
Um, I feel like as of today, like I star in reality shows. So I feel like that's like what people know me for, what I'm more famous for. So I like that. Um, but I love the glitz and glamour of modeling. And I feel like with acting, like movies and stuff, I feel like I'm still working my way up to like that starring role and like getting more reverence
Hmm,
in that aspect. Yeah.
okay. Well, I think the notability is coming. You're skilled, obviously gorgeous, but that's
Thank
not
you.
the most important part. I mean, the physical part, the art part, the interior part. Because I look and I'm like, oh wow, she's dropped a Bible verse early in the morning. Like I know I'm up at 3 or 4, and then all of a sudden this Bible verse will pop up, and I'm going, what is she talking about this early in the morning? The sun's not up, but you ain't had a whole cup of coffee. You know what I
You
mean?
don't start your day with a Bible verse?
I'm a heathen.
No.
I'm a heathen. I look, I this is not about me, but I I I'm a heathen, and I believe in a higher power. But I went into the military when I was 18. I have seen and done a lot of things. So
Wow.
yeah, I don't ascribe to any particular brand. I just believe that
Mm,
I have a connection and a relationship with the higher power, and
of
that
course
guides
you
that
do.
guides my steps. Mhm.
I think for you to like, you know, have seen and witnessed all that you have to be connected to a higher source, you know?
Trust me, because I'm not supposed to be here. I promise you, I'm not supposed to be here. Um, yeah. So there,
Powerful.
you have to make it through and to be sane and to be able to have, decent conversations with people and learn from them. To even be able to pay attention is a huge thing. And for me, that's the blessing, is having the conversation. I've accomplished everything, you know, that a person of my age wants to. And me personally, you know, educational, service, retirement, all that good stuff. I'm doing what I love now. This is my choice. So this is my heaven, my meditation.
Yeah,
That's corny.
that's a
That's corny,
blessing.
but it's real. Yeah.
Yeah, I respect it. I resonate with that.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you. So, benchmark moment, one more chance, major stepping stone. What
Yes.
um how did being on that show impact your career and your personal brand?
I think that it helped my brand a lot. You know, it definitely was a breakthrough for my career,
Mhm.
for sure. Because I think it's really always just about like what people know, you know? If you're like doing all this stuff but nobody knows about it, I
Yeah.
don't know. You know?
Yeah.
I think it was definitely a breakthrough moment for me.
Okay. I I've always been the background person, the shadow person. I like that. And
Yeah.
I'm watching the dynamic of those of you who are constantly in front of the screen, constantly scrutinized. I'm not certain that I'm built to handle that pressure. I don't have the patience. I'd be locked up every weekend. Somebody would say something stupid to me, and I'd be like, "Look, how do you navigate this?"
I feel like it kind of just comes regardless. Like, even if I wasn't on television, there would always just be eyes on me because I'm pretty. You know what I mean? So it's like there's always that spotlight. It's always scrutiny because of like, oh, well, now you're doing this, now you're doing that. Like, people uphold me to a certain standard. So I kind of just go with it and don't run away from it. Yeah, just go with it. Like, okay, people are always gonna look at me, then embrace that and run towards it and do it. Like, okay, and use it. And so I just use it, and but I think that makes me like more conscious of like my choices.
Absolutely.
Like, I love reality TV, but I felt like with the Zeus Network, it was just a little too violent. Like, I want to do something that has maybe a little bit more meaning. Like, no offense to Zeus. Like, I love Zeus. It was a breakthrough, like I said. But I definitely feel like I want something with more meaning than just like fighting
Right.
other girls. Like, I think it's not genuine to me because I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't actually fight other girls. Like, I think it's stupid.
Yeah. Violence, unnecessary violence.
Just like petty like things. Like, I love reality TV. Like, I swear I watched every reality show. Like, growing up when reality TV was invented, I
Mm,
watched all of it.
mm.
Real World, America's Next Top Model, like all of it. All the love of Flavor Flav and Chance and New York and all of it. I watched all of it. I loved it. And so like I feel like I manifested reality TV for myself because I loved it so much. Because it really just fell on my lap,
Really?
honestly. Yeah. People always ask, like, how'd you get in? How'd you get on that? Like it just fell on my lap, honestly. But I'm so grateful. But I definitely want to do something more like I wanna, it's a feeling inside, kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when somebody tries to feed me tofu and I want steak,
Right.
something substantial. Let me chew something. Let me I got more teeth than that. I'm not on a soft diet. Don't feed me tofu. Feed me steak. I feel kind of what you're saying because you have the ability. You've proven that you have the ability to capture the screen, capture the room. Glamour Magazine,
Yes, the
Maxim
cover.
Magazine. So
Yeah.
that's an international audience. Bulgaria, Australia, you know, a young lioness moving from Atlanta to LA, that's a huge shift. You're making it happen, separated yourself from your family, did it on your own. Obviously, there was some help. Obviously, there was some divine blessings that, put you in positions and you were ready for those and you committed to yourself. And, you know, other people talk about, oh, woe is me, woe is me. You're like, nah, I'm gonna get this. You know,
Regardless.
regardless, you're not going to stop me. So
I
Atlanta,
think I
go ahead.
I I think that like I don't tolerate like excuses kind of. But things happen. I don't want to like act like everything's perfect. Things happen, but like yeah, you got to
Yeah,
push through.
yeah. The reality is, you might be tired, but you got to get up the hill and, reach the pinnacle for yourself, whatever pinnacle that is for a person as an individual. Strength, the strength you have, the intestinal fortitude to move from Atlanta to LA. Look, that is a diametric oh my gosh, complete 180 in attitude, speed, shadiness, shiftiness, different levels. You know what I mean? LA, they try to mind map you and play with you mentally. Atlanta is more in your face. I'm gonna get you kind of situation. I'm gonna take your money. I'm gonna scam you out. This, that. But it's more diabolical in LA to me.
Hmm.
That's my opinion. Just my opinion. You know, I don't know.
I agree with all the things you said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think LA is like faster.
Mm,
So I think maybe that's why I like LA because I really love LA for some reason.
I
And
love
people are
it.
always like, what do you like about it? Like, but I do realize there is like some mind mapping for
Mm,
sure.
mm,
Yeah,
mm.
I feel that.
I'm my thing for LA, besides, having come from there, but the
You're
beach.
from LA?
I'm from South Central.
Oh, wow.
Uh, There
Where
you
do
go.
you live now?
Right now, I'm just outside of Kansas City. I'm working this
Okay.
market. So I
I
work,
just filmed a movie in Kansas City.
well, now you got the contact next time you come out.
It
Barbecue.
was cool. Yeah, barbecue. That's what we had. We had
Yeah.
barbecue because
bar-
that's what you
bar-
guys are known for.
Barbecue. Well, I like it out here. I retired from the military in 2013, down the way at a base down the way, and I just never left. Because going through the transition and all that good stuff. Really? I'm sorry, I should have turned this darn thing off. Okay. So yeah, I just never left. And then I'm a like oxtail and steak kind of person. So I'm doing the food tour thing between here and Texas. And yeah, I get my grub on. That's my
Period.
that's my only vice. It's my only vice. Ah. How did the transition from Atlanta? I got to get back to that question because I need to know how did that contribute to your growth as a professional?
Um, Living in Atlanta, it was kind of slow, but I still did a lot in Atlanta.
Mm.
LA is a little faster in the point of like there's something to do every single day. Sometimes you got to be like, okay, Jesus, let's take a day off. Like, do you
Right.
guys sleep? Like, what the fuck? Uh, I I don't know. I mean, Atlanta was cool,
Mhm.
but I just like LA better. I think it's more for me, like my vibe.
Mm. Was there any kind of big challenge in the transition for you?
No. Um, no, and like both times I moved, I really just picked up my things and just like made it work and you just meet people and um it's really like they're not lying when they say it's who you know.
Hmm.
Like they're really not.
Hmm.
You're just like, yeah, I just picked up my stuff and I moved to Atlanta and I stayed there for like half a year. I did the quad. I was like had like a little small featured role on the quad and then um I was like a body paint model for Two Chain's restaurant Escobar. It was
Yeah,
like their 1 year anniversary, so that was cool. And then I did like a music video from the Migos out there. And I had a fitness trainer and he was like he was in the NFL, but then at the time he was just like training people, like retired into training people. So he was training me. So I was still working out and I was still like, but I just wanted to be in LA, so bad. And so yeah, I stayed there for like half a year. Then I picked up my stuff, drove to LA. My aunt is out here and
okay.
she's an actress and her husband and their kids. So like she kind of helped me like with that, like starting background roles, like extras. And then they say like you can meet people there, like networking wise, but everyone always says it's like who you know. And just everyone always told me to just network. So when I came to LA, I just like went out a lot.
Mm,
I was just, yeah, like LA has a lot of house parties.
mm.
So I was like going to house parties, I would meet people there, doing background work.
Okay. Okay. The standard LA story. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I one of my friends, I worked in between times in the military. I worked at a club, a rock club, and the guy that was the doorman was he was an actor and a singer, and he worked all these different jobs just to be able to finance what he was doing. And then you come out. Luckily, you had a family support system to help you navigate. We don't often hear people talk about their time in the trenches, as the clapping in the audience, getting paid to be, clapping in the audience. Wait, I think first time I went to the Roseanne Barr show. I was down at the open air market or the farmers market, and NBC was hawking these tickets. Like, would you like to be an audience member? I'm like, really? And come to find out, people actually start a career like this and getting camera time. You obviously are going to get put in the first row. So
Yeah.
so
I remember like that was like my first like ongoing like they wanted like pretty models to be in the audience for the four. It was like P. Diddy's
mhm,
show.
right.
It was like a musical competition.
Rap
So
company.
that was like my first ongoing, like every Wednesday, I think we went and and then it was cool. Like that was the first experience where people would be like, "Yo, I just saw you on TV." Like people from back home.
Right.
And I was like, "Yeah."
That's really cool. And you just took
Yeah.
it in stride, like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. So what's next, right? I gotta get
Yeah.
to that. Okay.
So yeah, I feel like my career is like slowly but surely elevating. You know what I mean?
When it happens organically, it's kind of like doing calisthenics as opposed to heavy weights. Using the calisthenics, the gains stay with you longer. The heavy weights may turn into fat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like that you're coming up from the ground up, building it in step stages and degrees. And people call it crumbs. Oh, she's doing crumb stuff. My mom always said enough crumbs to make a cake. You know, get you a can of ice and slap it on there. I throw it in the microwave and pour it on. I cheat. But
Mhm.
enough crumbs to make a cake. And you have shown through your journey that perseverance and accepting those roles and being prepared for opportunities and having a good spirit will get you where you need to be. It's okay to be a little crazy and have a little fun.
Yeah, you need to have fun.
Yeah.
You need to. You need to, or like that's part of the sanity part.
Hmm.
Like if you're just like every day, just work home, work home, work home, I feel like that would kind of make you a little insane.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
kind of need to let loose, have a little fun, eat an expensive meal, dance.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The D word, the dance word don't apply to me. I'm the two-stepper right here. That's it. Um, but meals, food. When you it's not even a fair question because you had family, so you had somewhere, you had a kitchen to run to. I was gonna ask you, what was your favorite like go-to struggle meal? But in LA, like it's your street meal because do you eat from the gut trucks?
I did when I lived in Hollywood, when I
Yeah.
got my own little studio in Hollywood, I
Mm,
it was like right around the corner from this taco truck. And I like after shooting, that's when I was like doing like music videos like every
mm,
single day.
mm.
After, come home, get me a quesadilla.
Yeah.
Relax. That was like the bee's knees for me.
Yeah.
I would eat
I
I
love
would eat quesadillas every day. I felt like I turned into a quesadilla.
Just the cheese, or did you have chicken? I'm a chicken fan.
Yeah, chicken. But you know what? When I was like staying with my aunt,
Mhm.
I was like just because I wanted to be healthy and like eat clean. So like PB and J's,
Mm,
they're like a good source of protein.
right.
And that's when I was like really into protein. Now I'm like more into leaning down.
Mm.
So like now I intermittent fast and I eat a lot of salads now.
Lord, your life is complicated, culinarily complicated.
Uh no, it's just a lot of phases. You just have to adapt, be
Okay,
flexible. Yeah.
okay, I got you. I'm like, man. Uh, we had to go back to your spiritual part, just for a second, if you don't mind. This business is insane, and even besides the nonsense that everybody talks about, the business part of the business can be, you know, flabbergasting when you just look at it and go, really, this is happening? How do you have a benchmark moment or a highlight moment when your faith really helped you through it?
With the business like financial part.
What, yeah, not it's not the money, it's just the overall package of being in the entertainment industry, and then, you know, the obstacles that are thrown at you. And I know you're always going to persevere, but was there ever time that one you like really had to dig into your faith to just deal with it and make it through? Do you have a highlight like that? You don't have to put nobody on blast. I'm not into the gossip kind of stuff, but life situation maybe.
A life situation. Yeah. I mean, you always have to like, even right now, I'm like digging through faith, but then like I also want to be logical too,
Mm,
you know?
that's that's deep. I have someone who I consider to be a person of God, right? Saying, well, are you a realist or are you a believer? I'm like, I'm a believer who deals in the real world.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be a little logical too. Like, yeah, faith, but then there's also like just logics, you know?
Hmm.
I'm not that delulu, you know?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I don't mean. I'm sorry. What has been the most fun for you thus far, though, in your career? Something that just gives you like the big cheese out of nowhere in the middle of you look it up at the ceiling and go, damn, that was cool.
Milan. I really like I always talk about this, like Milan Fashion Week.
Oh
I
wow.
mean, I feel like there's a lot of like cool moments, but like there's nothing that I'm like, you know?
Mm,
I think I'm still waiting for that. But
mm,
there, like I've had a lot of cool moments. Like being on reality TV, like I said, that was cool because I love reality TV. So like certain things come up that you're like, I don't believe in coincidences. Like like had to be manifested. This like when you're praying to God every day and then like
mm.
it happens, you're just like, you know what I mean?
I-
But I mean, I've done so many things that it's just like, wow.
yeah, I was looking at your accomplishments and I'm like, it would take me an hour and a half, 2 hours just to read what you've accomplished.
Yeah, like I've done a lot,
But that's good.
but I want to do bigger.
Mm, okay. Okay. I feel you. It's time. You ready for grad school?
For what?
You ready for grad school? You ready for the doctorate, the
Yeah,
PhD? Yeah,
yeah,
the big one.
yeah, yeah, the big one, the biggest.
I got you. I got you. I believe you. I'm with you. With you. Perseverance, trusting in God's timing. Everything is worked out. There've been some blessings, karma by being a good person. I gotta, you know, FUBU. what was it about FUBU? Was it just the work, or was there anything behind accepting campaign with FUBU?
I feel like FUBU was cool growing up,
Mm,
so that's why I just was like, this is cool. I think everything stems from childhood, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, when I was a kid, like this was so cool, and now I'm here
mm.
doing it, you know? So that's where that stems from. I feel like a lot of things stem from my childhood. Like what fascinated me as a child. Like, oh, I can't wait to grow up so I could do this. You know what I mean? Like, even now, I feel like, so when I was a kid, like, it was always like I couldn't wait to like, I wanted like the the husband and the white picket fence and the kids and all that. So I'm still waiting for that to see that.
Mm. Okay.
But yeah, but like the career aspect of like being in the entertainment, because I just knew I don't like want a 9 to 5. Like I knew that I never wanted that. I knew that yeah, I always knew that I never wanted that.
That was not meant.
And what'd you say?
I said that's not meant. That wasn't meant for you. You understood that that was not meant for you.
Yeah. So then it's like, okay, so what do you want to do?
Hmm.
And then it's also like, what can you actually do? And I mean, everyone always told me, like, like, even walking down the street, people are always like, you're so pretty, you should model, you're so pretty, you should act, you know what I mean? So then, like, hearing that, and then, like, it seemed like so cool.
Mm.
So, yeah, I think a lot of it stems from childhood. I think I'm still waiting to see more things that I'm just like, but I see a lot of stuff that's cool.
Well, I like, I just really like that dope concept that it's cool. I want to do it, and you go do it, and you're blessed to be able to handle it and pull it off, in stellar fashion. You put work clothes on your dreams, and here you are, being recognized globally in magazines and on TV and on films and things like that. I bless you. Go on, do
Thank you.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
amazing.
always grateful because, like, I mean, even when you said, like, the thing about the crumbs, like, I definitely hear that. Like, oh, well, you should be doing bigger stuff. And like, people projecting these expectations, but it's like, I, I know people that don't even have the blessings that I have. So, you know what I mean? It's still a big deal to have accomplished what I have because other people wish that they have accomplished what I have. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You're yeah. I don't I never take kindly to listening to a bunch of people complain who've achieved a lot, you know, having been in countries where just a single piece of wood changes your whole lot in life by having firewood or, one goat, or something like simple as that. And come back here and man, spoiled. It doesn't seem that you take it for granted. You just keep working.
Because I'm always reminded, like, too, like, even, you know how I said I just did a movie in Kansas City? It's called Break the Cycle. There's some, like, big people in it, Vivica Fox, DC Young Fly, that guy that played Tupac. But, I mean, so on the Uber to the airport to go to Kansas City, um, he was an actor. And he was like, so we're like, talking, like, yeah, so where are you going? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing a movie. I think somebody called me, like, asking me about, like, so yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'm being flew there to do a movie. And he's like, wow, that's so cool. He's like, yeah, I moved to LA to act, but I haven't gotten that opportunity.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a big deal for sure.
she got flued out, yo. Oh, I always thought that was so cool. I, all of this, and you're a huge self-care advocate. You know, your TikToks, you're talking about things to keep your, skin and stuff healthy and your emotions healthy, and you're so mellow, like an
Thanks.
ASMR voice constantly, no matter what you record. I haven't heard you yell. It was amazing to hear you giggle. That was so musical. I was like, okay, okay, okay. I love that. Talk to me about being a self-care advocate, and maybe, you know, um, talk about one of the most touching times that somebody says, you know what, you put this out and you did this. I've been watching you and modeling myself after you, and this really helped me, you know.
Hmm. Um, I had somebody say that once, like that my Instagram was so fun and it inspired him because his life was so boring. So he would always just like look at my Instagram and be like, "What's Tiffany doing?" And I'm always
Mhm.
doing something fun.
Mhm.
Now I don't post that much on my stories anymore for some reason. I kind of just post the pictures and keep it more on the DL. I don't know why, but
Mm, I understand.
yeah, he was like, yeah, that inspired me. Like that having fun can inspire people. Because, like I said, there's some people that really don't even get that opportunity. You
Mm,
know what I mean? Like, there are little things that little like people don't get, you know? Um, so I'm very grateful. And then when I did the TV show, like people will be like, "Oh yeah, you're repping for the tall people," or um, Wop Wop from she did One More Chance season 2. She said I went on One More Chance because I saw you do it.
wow.
Yeah,
So
so that was cool.
okay. I can only tolerate so much. When stuff starts to get crazy and chaotic, I was raised with, like multiple sisters and a mama. I was surrounded as the only boy. So watching these shows, as soon as the first plastic cup goes, I'm out. All right. Because it's not gonna get any better from there. You're not gonna be able to understand what anybody's saying. Nobody's gonna get a complete thought out. And then the producers, on the cutting floor, they just maximize on that part. So having the opportunity um, to get inside the mind and the experience of someone who lives in that world and has fun with it, I I'm honored. I really am.
I'm honored to be here with you.
Oh, ducky, ducky, quack, quack. You heard it. All right. So, one of the things that you sent me, you were like, well, this is the walk that
Went
went viral.
viral. Yes.
Millions of views. And I'm going, this is God's art at its finest and presented as only a sister could do it with the confidence. I was like, Athena walking down with the power. I was like, where the sparks at? I know there's supposed to be some lightning. And head up, shoulders back. I'm just like, do your thing. How did you overcome any nervousness or butterflies that you have, with massive crowds like that?
Breathe through it. Honestly, I just fake it till I make it. Honestly, like, and then you fake it until that really is it. Like, I really don't get nervous.
Because you were meant to be on stage. You were meant to be center stage, and you're used to being stared at, looked at, and adored from
I kind of
afar.
like it. It's like a rush. It's a rush. Like the
Yeah.
runway is a rush. It's like you prepare all day, um, or your whole life for this quick walk. Like it's really quick,
Mhm.
and then that's it. And it's so cool but powerful that like that could go viral. You know what I mean? So that's why I just love it so much because it's like it's so cool.
It was a
It's
heart
like
stopper.
brief, but you get the point. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
got
Like,
the point. Got the point. I was like, damn, the power. The art was great too. The aesthetic was amazing, but the power. And I'm watching the people in the audience, and them motherfuckers got serious about you when you were walking through. I'm going, I could see, and it was just everything that, and not to get corny again, but everything my mom talked about royalty, black royalty and black excellence and stepping out. I'm going, that's not queen material, that's empress. That's run the whole show. You know what I mean? Queen got a little bitty kingdom, empress got a whole continent. I'm like, man, get it. But enough of that.
period.
Hey,
Black girl magic.
black girl magics, we'll leave it at that. So going viral on TikTok, going viral on Instagram, turn the entire fashion industry on its ear with one walk and just smash through. So, and then of
And
course,
it was awesome because that clothing line was like a line that I have been following
okay.
for a while.
Mhm.
Like, so I thought that was really cool because I really genuinely love that line. And I
Mm.
love the girl that um owns that line, like designer. Like I've been following her. She's so gorgeous. She has an amazing body. She's funny in real life. Um, so yeah, that was awesome. I love when it's like it's really genuine. You know what I mean? When it's like brands that like I really love. Like I love edginess. But so I had for Halloween, I got my costume from Dolls Kill and I posted my Halloween costume and they actually like not even they reposted it on their story, but they actually posted it on their actual page.
Wow.
So that I thought was like really cool too. So yeah, I love modeling because I love fashion and I love just being. Can I curse on here?
Yeah.
No, I won't. I just love being the baddie that I am and like just strutting my stuff and like, I'm a gorgeous girl. I'm blessed to be myself and like it's
You know,
awesome.
you took all the weight away and all the fun out about not cussing, putting that exclamation point in there. Here, I'm gonna go and break the ice. You fine as fuck. And then there we go. It's on there. Now you can cuss and you be good. See, we'll be on E. Meet me where I'm at. Meet me where I'm at. Meet me where I'm at. Oh, you don't have to, this is an adult. I click on there. No, it's not for kids when I put the video on. And I have gotten rough, you know, under different circumstances. I mentioned earlier she's a brainiac, y'all. Mathematics. How, like, are you talking about beyond trigonometry into some spaceship kind of mathematics, some NASA level stuff?
Like trig, I love trig. Like algebra was my thing. Like I really loved that.
Mm,
Like solving the X and the A and the B in the equation, like it was really easy for me. But like what made math really easy for me was a math teacher that I had.
mhm,
She like believed in me and she tutored me and she like, I'm good with um positive words, like words of affirmation.
mhm.
Like that for me, if you're just like, yeah, you could do it, I'll just do it.
Okay.
And I noticed that even like when I work out, when the instructor is like, yeah, yeah, good, Tiffany. And like when they say my name, I'm like, oh, I could do it. But
Okay.
yeah,
It spurs
af-
you on. Okay. I got you.
after her,
Mhm.
she took the extra time to nurture me and like tutor me and like say you could do this, you're smart. Da, da, da. And then after that, like I was just so good at math. Like I could sleep in math class and I would still like get easy hundreds. Like it was just so easy to me. Because math is really all practice.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's a chemical something, and it does something.
It's just an equation. You
Mm-mm.
have the prototype, you have the blueprint, you just put anything.
No, no. I
I
had a
think that's
computer program helping me through college, and I got a D in algebra in my last year of college. And they said, "Do you want to retake it?" I'm like, "Thank you, no, I'm
are you a
past.
right brainer or a left brainer?
I am left-handed, so I am a right brainer. So
Okay.
math,
That's
I,
why.
is that what? That's it?
Yeah, because I think I think math is in the left side.
Yeah, well, I don't have a whole left side of the brain. It's gone. It's like black hole. I promise you.
Stop.
I
Shut
promise you. I mean,
up.
I would drop, I would drop the problem. I would copy and paste the problem into these mathematics software, these databases. And since you had to have the process, I would get the process and the answer
Yeah,
and
you
drop
always
it
have to
in there.
show the work.
Yeah. And I still ended up with a D,
Wow.
but I graduated. But I messed up
That's
by 3.91 down to like 3.6. I'm like, oh, but I didn't
yeah.
care. I just wanted out. I wanted it to be done. So amazing. Mathematics, she's brilliant. She's also a budding author. Can we talk about it? Can we talk
Yes.
about the sociopath? Falling in love with a sociopath is coming sometime this year before the end of the year. Is that your first?
Like next month.
Okay, okay,
That's when I'm like dropping the press release.
okay. Talk to us about the synopsis. It doesn't tell us a lot.
It's a romantic thriller.
Okay,
There's a lot of like passion and love and just all the mental games of dealing with the wrong person.
okay.
I
So
don't want to give too much
I
because
got
it is really good.
I got
It's really good. Like when I was reading it back, I was like, what? And like, but I like that type of stuff. Like when I watch TV or like when I read books,
you.
like I like thrillers, like I like
Mhm.
dramas kind of, I guess, where it's just like, then this happened, then that happened, then it's just like,
I just like the nasty books. Joan Collins'
it
sister, I
has
like to
it
read
has
those.
it. It has the nasty stuff in it.
I didn't mean nasty, nasty. Y'all don't be
It
mean.
has the love. It has the love,
Yeah,
the
the love,
passion.
the love. Yeah, Joan Collins' sister I read everything that woman wrote. And then like, why are you
Joan.
reading these words? Joan Collins had a sister, I forgot what her sister's name was. She was an author, a book author. And she wrote the romantic novels, and sometimes she got a little detailed. And I like the cleverness in the writing because sometimes it could just be nasty to be nasty. But when you interweave different elements inside the words, that's what gets me. You know what I mean? That's the fun part for what I do. That's why I told you, I mean, you got to let me in. And so I like had these canned questions, right? And so now watch this. Let's go. Let's get it. Uh Now that we've done the stuff that everybody else wanted to get done, is there anything, because you've been in front of the cameras, you've been in front of the news, and you've done interviews before, what is the question, maybe, or several questions that the media has always left out that you may have wanted to answer? They always skip around and get to the surface stuff. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, that was great. Oh, this, that, and the third. But Tiffany Walker, the person, what you gonna trust me with today?
Hmm. The question that nobody asks.
Mhm. That
Because
you've always
people
wanted
ask
to
me a
answer.
lot of questions.
Mm,
As soon as I meet people, it's like a questionnaire.
mm.
Um, but yeah, sometimes people don't ask. I feel like it's like superficial. Um, I don't know, honestly.
There not a subject you've ever wanted to discuss that we knuckleheads maybe in the media have failed to address? And you're like, I wonder why they never talk to me about this. It's so easy to talk about the beauty part and the tantalizing bits, but sometimes, you know, because
I
you're
think that you touched it. I mean, I think the fact that you touched that, like, I'm smart and like, like I grind, I like, I went like, I started from the bottom in my career and like built myself up. Because a lot of people, I think that you like really, this was very unique because I feel like a lot of people just portray me a different way that's not authentic, where I feel like this is more authentic. Like it's really like, yeah, I was a clapper, networked my way into bigger roles and still going bigger and bigger, and I still want more and more. Um, but then you also like touch on that, I majored in math. I am smart, but I definitely just didn't want like that type of job. Like I want something where I could be free and express myself and be creative. I think that's one thing I love about social media. Because, some people stem social media as like this negative place. And I'm just like, well, anything is what you make it. But it is a social place. Um, but once you just get rid of like all the white noise that people make about it, you can just create. And I think that's what I love about it, just like being able to be creative and express myself. Like, what do I want to put out there today?
mm,
How do I want to shift the energy today? You know what I mean? Like, even like one tweet can shift my entire day for some reason. It just shifts the energy and like it does, it shifts it. And posting whatever you put out there, you attract.
mm,
You know what I mean? So I think I love to like just be creative and switch things up and like go left and like, well, what's different? I follow trends, like, that's like how you go viral. But then like how can I put my own unique twist to it? And that's another reason why I like fashion, because it's like there's trends, but then what we wear, like we put our own twist to it.
mm,
And that's just like life. Like we all have a life. We can all be girls. We can all be beautiful. We can all be in the entertainment industry. We can all have all these similarities, but we also have all these unique things about us. You know what I mean? We're all creating our own different blueprint in this world. So I love social media because I think it's a place to express that and where you can like see it all in one place.
mm.
Because you know what I mean? Like you can meet me on the street and then that's it. It's just a person you met on the street. Or you would have to go by somebody else's word, but like their word could be warped by their own perspective.
Mm.
So, having my own platform to express myself, what do I want to put out there? Because, like we said, like I'm beautiful. I always have people looking at me. So people are gonna project their own things onto me at all times. Like even when I did One More Chance, they projected a whole bunch of lies on me. But a place where I can just express myself and be myself, and it's like it's not about you. It's not about. So I like doing that. I think the book is another place for me to just put out. People are gonna think whatever, and that's their reality, that's their opinion, but that's mine and that's what I'm putting out, and everything changes the world in a way, shifts the world in a little way, you know what I mean?
By a moment, the book is called Falling in Love with a Sociopath. I
Yes.
cannot wait. Probably is it probably not is it available for pre-order yet on
It'll
any
be it'll be available for pre-order this month. Oh yes, it's September.
it is. You
It'll
sound like
it'll
me,
be
yo. Like, oh, it is September. Oh my God. And it blew through three quarters.
we're halfway there. We're halfway there. Yeah, it's September. Yeah, it's gonna be available for pre-order like within a few weeks. So that's why I wanted to put it out here. I wanted to make sure you had that.
I'll 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 make sure that I edit this and get this out fast. I'll put you at the head of the line. But I gotta write, you know, because I have my own thoughts and my interpretation of how stories should be put together. But if you were painting your story, you had this blank canvas.
I
Oh,
could always send you the book too, whatever you tell me what you think
okay.
about it.
I can do the review. Absolutely. I'll tell you. We'll come back and talk about it.
Yeah.
We have a Jerry and Tiffany book club moment.
Yes.
Hey, I'm brutal though. I got to tell you, I am. I am brutal. I am brutal with the storytelling and the words. My degrees interfere with my sensitivity. So I just gonna let you know. I'm gonna tell you like it is. We won't have to record it or anything, but I'll tell you.
Okay.
This is
I'm
bomb.
not super sensitive, so it's okay. I'm a bit stoic.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I noticed. You kind of, and I'm like, have you ever looked at your pictures? Sometimes you go, this ain't nothing. I know I'm blowing you away. And I'm like, there's no change in the face, no emotion. You give nothing. Like, this is all you're going to get. I'm not letting you in. I'm presenting this product as my regal self. And I'm going to continue on about my business.
You
And
have to. You have to. You have
that's the
to
only way to
continue on
protect your
about.
mental health, I would presume, is to not associate. But since you have to dissociate, which is a big thing, like with combat troops, come back, you have dissociative disorder in order to be able to do what you do. I done talked her lip gloss off, y'all. I'm sorry. Uh, you ready for me to shut up? Is it anything?
No.
Okay. I just want
I don't think I have dissociative disorder,
mm,
but I think like in life, especially when you have a strong presence, there's going to be a lot of different opinions. Sometimes people are going to love you, sometimes people are going to hate you, but I have to carry on. And I think that's another thing that I like learn through spirituality is just like other people's life is not my life.
mhm.
And my life will always go on. And I learned that, I think I learned that lesson at like 18 when like I just felt like my life was over, but then it kept going.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like you ever had something happen and you're like, my life is over. And in a way it is, but you keep going and then you get a new life and
New
it's better.
new life. I was on that theme, Gemini. I was on that theme. You know, you get a new life because I've had my life turned upside down, inside out, ripped apart. And then you know what? You start a new life. You get through those couple of days and set everything out and march forward. You have to reemerge, you know.
Like the rising phoenix.
I like stop get out of my head though. This is not supposed to be you in my head, uh, like pulling out my stuff. Uh, favorite author?
Robert Greene.
Really? Why?
Oh my God, I love
Invisible
him.
Man, right?
Huh?
Is that Invisible Man? Did you write
No. 48 Laws of Power.
48 Laws of Power? Okay, okay.
But he has a lot of books and they're all huge. They're all like 500, over 500 pages. But I love the way he writes. I love like how intelligent it is. Like I want to like learn. Like I think I like to learn because like even when I'm around people, it's like I'm always picking up things from them. So I always like am very conscious of the people that I keep around me. Like I want to be around people that I can learn from. I want to be around people that inspire me. Um, and that's why sometimes you just have to pick up a book and be like, wow, this is inspiring. And he'll write about all the people that did all those things that he's talking about, like in 48 Laws of Power. He tells their story and they're the examples of power. And I love the words he uses. I love the storytelling. I think I love greatness.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I
I
tell you,
don't know.
my me time is a book. You know, I write about artists, I write about business or fashion, whatever, within this industry. But I'm like a Robert Ludlum fan. I want to read, you know, the Jason Bourne, the original Jason Bourne paperback series, where
Wow. I
yeah,
never read a book like that.
it's adventure and thrill and shoot 'em up, but painted like it's Matisse, just laid out a
Mm.
book on canvas. You know what I mean?
I like
That's
movies like that.
you do?
I like action movies.
My favorite. I have the channel on the Roku. I have the Hayao channel and the El Rey channel lined up back to back. One is 24-hour martial arts movies. The other one is 24-hour action movies, you know.
Do you
And
like Marvel?
I do.
I love Marvel.
I love Marvel. I like any of the superhero stuff, you know.
All of them.
I just I watch it because I grew up with comic books.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh my
I
God.
love comic
I
books.
think I started with DC comics though. Um,
Yeah.
you know, Wolverine and I think the first time I heard about Black
Did
Light,
you see the cover of my book?
I did.
It's a comic.
It is a comic. It's bright. I didn't know if you want me to describe it or if I could even use it.
But I'm
Like in
saying like I love comics. Like growing up, like I like the girl comics and like I had Mad Brothers, so like I like the X-Men, like all that stuff.
all that, all of that.
So
All
that's why it's the cover.
I looked at it, I'm going, but then you were not wanting to say too much. I'm like, well, she's gonna put the press release out, and
It'll be awesome.
I was gonna ask permission. I'm like, well, she's got an upcoming book. If I could use the cover in this article,
You
but
can.
if you don't want me to, I won't.
You can, yeah.
Roger that. Yeah, I'm getting spoiled. I'm getting spoiled. Look out now. Look out now. Oh, by the way, speaking of spoilers, she I have it and I saved the message. I said, oh, maybe I could get a social media mentor. She says, I will. I
Yeah,
oh,
I will.
I screenshotted that. I have a contract. We have a contract. Because
We're
I
legally binded.
it is, yeah. I like, man, because I just started doing lives and I signed with this creator network on TikTok. And I'm like, I do early morning edits, like edit stories live. And not bad. But I never thought anybody would be interested, you know, in what I had to say. But strangely enough, I'm like, I ain't got no millions of people, but I get thousands of people watching me edit stories. I'm like, it's the weirdest thing at 5 a.m.
People will watch anything, I feel like. But it's pretty interesting. Like, I mean, I think it's all about finding your niche.
Mm,
So yours is editing. Like, that's cool.
mm,
You know what I mean? Like, that's really cool.
I like it. I'm thinking about like your particular article and the background information. I have notes already on how I want to frame this out. I just needed you to be present, to touch me where I needed to be touched here in order to really dress it out so that it's beautiful. I got it's pressure. It's pressure to write something beautiful. when you're walking art, you know?
You can do it. You do it.
Yeah.
That's your power. That's your superpower.
Yeah, that's sativa. and Cafe Bustelo espresso. That's what I work on, right? So I love it. Then she go right back to she laughed and she went right back to the story face. I
Like Kanye.
Yeah. Oh, that was a trip. That was a trip. Is there anything you wanted to cover that I may have neglected? And your time is precious, and you had granted me 30 minutes, and we've gone past that. And I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you. I'm grateful to be here. Hype Magazine. This is another magazine that I'm like, this is a big deal to me.
You're a big deal to us. And don't forget, I need a whole slew of photos because I really have something in mind.
Yeah. I already contacted my photographer.
Okay.
We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Okay.
Create a lot of cool looks.
Oh, I thought you might have had something in the vault. You don't have to do nothing. Okay.
I like it though. I always like to put new energy out there.
Okay. That's dope. All right. Let's give them
Thank you so much.
And just say hi to folks. And we're looking forward to your new book, Falling in Love with a Sociopath, and any new films in the slate, anything that's not G16 classified that you want to share before we out?
Well, the movie that I filmed in Kansas City, but I don't know when that'll be out yet. So no, nothing yet.
All right.
I'm always working, but you'll know when I know.
Okay. All right. She's hilarious. She's brilliant. She's dazzling. And she cares. Self-care is something that she pushes forward. Everybody needs to maintain their mental health. She got a couple. She's touching on everything, Buddhism, Yoganism, Pilatism, Jesusism, all that. And she's amazing. You can see the spirit is clear. And so I love that. It's been an honor speaking with you. And I will be coming from my social media lessons. And we'll be talking to you again soon, reviewing the book. And I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Enjoy your day.
All right. The Hype Magazine Live Sessions, Tiffany Walker, royalty. We're out.
Shout out to the Hype Magazine.
And we right here with the Hype Magazine. You already know what it is.
As an artist, we should reflect the time.
Why you so talented?
Cause I'm black.
Why you so amazing?
Cause I'm black.
It's really important that we build characters so that people understand their story matters.
2 Chainz and I both are just really into good food.
And when you know you are royalty, you will only aim in life to be royalty.
We're doing it right now. I don't give a damn what they say about me. Yes, I called your ass out. I know I shouldn't be saying this kind of.
Shout out the Hype Magazine Network.
Shout out to the Hype Magazine Network.